absolute certainty about how you go from hello to yes on what you're looking for.
Sean is a master. He teaches. It's not just about sharing the formula with you. It's about
Are you ready? Are you ready? Let's go! Do you have absolute... Are you ready? Are you ready? Let's go! Do you have absolute certainty about how you go from hello to yes on what you're looking for?
Sean is a master. He teaches. It's not just about sharing the formula with you. It's about making sure that we learn.
I went from $100,000 in debt from law school to having no money and starting my own law firm on my credit card to selling it 4 years later.
Sean and I, we co-created massive victories in 2 unwinnable jury trials, which are recognized nationally now as top 100 jury verdicts.
To be even on the same track with you, who I respect and admire and love with all my heart.
Never again submit. You're not better and you're not less than any human on earth.
When you shared with us about the Unblinded process and the mastery sales training, I just went, wow.
Sean will gain proximity to the most influential and powerful people. He will find out how he can grow their business, how he can help them personally. But the third thing that he does is the most important. Sean serves without an expectation of getting anything in return.
You have very, very high-performing colleagues.
22 years ago, you transformed my life as you did all these people's lives over the course of time. I couldn't be more grateful. Let's hear it for Tony Robbins.
I don't see him as a lawyer, and I don't see him as a blind person. Someone who has subjugated his ego, who has taught me what serving really looks like.
You have this incredible ability to just have unconditional love for everyone, and that is just an incredible gift.
The moment you have been waiting for.
The American Blind Association is the first new face and voice of that association since Helen Keller.
Formula for formulas, which is exactly what I've learned from Sean. It's a language-based predictable model. We will have over 300 new sales meetings this month.
This superpower in the world that is attainable for you is the ability to influence people. If you believe that, say yes. If you believe that, say yes. Do you think that worked?
Yes, and we have some amazing folks here today that want to meet each other and see what magic they can co-create. So who do we got?
We have first up from across the country, Cedar City, Utah, regional VP at Primerica, divorced mom of 7 kids, 7. Imagine an entrepreneur, rock star entrepreneur, raising 7 kids. And since she was 23, she's been an entrepreneur, 60 licensed agents on her team, looking to grow to 100 by the summer. How incredible. Please, everyone join me in welcoming Mick-Elaine Moton from The Real to The Real Raw.
Hello, Mick-Elaine. 7 children. So you're not busy at all. 7 children, team of 60. Do you sleep at all?
When you're excited, you don't need sleep, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. And what we'll have you share a fun fact in just a moment. And what brought you to The Real Raw today?
You know what? I can't remember his name, but some guy on LinkedIn, and I can't remember his name, but he was a cool guy, and he's friends with some of my other friends. And so I just reached out to him and said, hey, how do you guys, how do you know Craig? And he ended up telling me about this stuff. We ended up doing a call and said, hey, you want to be on a game show? I'm like, sure. I don't know what it is, but I'll be there. So here I am.
That is fantastic. Well, we are so excited to have you, Mick-Elaine. And what is your fun fact?
I totally forgot about that part. Let's see, a fun fact. I chipped my tooth in Mexico a couple weeks ago, so I'm going to sound a little funny. So that is new.
And that's a good word. Was there tequila involved in that?
No, there's nothing exciting. I was eating soft food and everything. I have no idea, but eventually I need to schedule a dental appointment and figure it out.
Well, you don't sound funny to it at all. So.
Well, it's fantastic to have you, Mick-Elaine. We have other participants in this seat with you. So Gina, who else we got?
Next up, our next participant here today is from Miami, Florida. 30 years as a TV producer, multi-passionate entrepreneur in acting, bilingual voiceover projects, online course for young female producers. How cool is that? And 50% of that is done with the course through Tony Robbins and DG. I'm not sure who that is, but you're teaching acting classes too to preteens up to 28 years old and modeling schools. Please, everyone, join me in welcoming Mindy Acevedo to The Real Raw.
Hi.
Welcome, Mindy, to The Real Raw. And what brought you here today? What caused you to say yes?
Well, through my husband's cousin, Janice, I guess she participated on this, and she spoke to Jason. Jason called me, and that's how I'm here. And I have no idea what I'm going to be doing, and I don't know anything. So yay.
Yay. well, fantastic. And so glad that you're here. And Mindy, what is a fun fact for you?
Fun fact that a lot of people don't know about me. When I was a little girl and living in Puerto Rico, I used to be a baton girl.
Ooh. That is super fun, Gina.
Absolutely.
A baton girl. So when we get all done with the show, if we're lucky, will you do some baton throwing for us?
Probably not. No.
You retired from those days?
Yeah, I do have one though. It's in the closet, but I can show it to you, but that's about it.
Okay, maybe if we're lucky, we'll get to see it. Welcome, Mindy.
Thank you.
So excited to have you. And Gina, we have some judges here to roll with Mindy and Mick-Elaine.
We sure do. From Westwood, New Jersey, managing director at Clark Capital Group. He provides hard money for real estate investors and assists businesses with their financing needs. So please, everyone join me in welcoming Kevin Clark to The Real Raw.
Hi, everyone.
Hello, Kevin. Welcome to The Real Raw. And Kevin, what caused you to give an hour of your time to be here with us today?
Drew Berman.
Drew Berman.
Of course, me.
Well, that is fantastic because I can hear Drew Berman right outside of this door. And I was just thinking, I need to go tell him to be quiet because he's quite loud right out there. So
He's a loud guy. Hey, no, he's a loud guy.
Yeah, that is awesome, Kevin. And Kevin, what is your fun fact?
My fun fact is that I grew up on the Upper West Side of Manhattan, and on a number of occasions I met and spoke with John Lennon.
Ooh, wow. That is the first time.
Cool. That is pretty cool. Hey, Drew. Drew Berman. I'm gonna go tell him in a minute, unless he wants to be on the show. Keep it down out there. Awesome, Kevin. Will tell John Lennon we said hello.
Well, I will when I get up to meet him one day, but
yeah.
Sounds fantastic. Gina, who else we got rolling with Kevin, Mindy, and Mick-Elaine?
We have from White Plains, New York, Steve Feineman, or is it Feineman, president of Mark Funding, providing short-term funding to business owners to meet their cash flow needs. And he's a former chiropractor who developed this passion for helping owners get their businesses up and running. So please, everyone, join me in welcoming Steve Feineman to The Real Raw.
Hello, everyone. Actually, we moved to Beacon, New York, which is about an hour and a half from Manhattan. And how we provide funding for businesses, we buy invoices. We're called factors. I say we. It's myself and my wife run Mark Funding. Mark is my middle name. And we provide this funding through the purchase of accounts receivable invoices. We don't lend money. We don't do debt collection. We take your invoices and turn them into cash. As far as my fun fact, well, you already said I used to be a chiropractor. And as far as I never did baton twirling, but I've done pencil twirling in my life, but that's about it. I have no idea why I'm a judge. I was at my BNI meeting this morning, and a guy named David Rush invited me to this meeting here.
Well, fantastic. Well, Steve, it is an extraordinary to have you with your pencil twirling, Mindy with her baton twirling. We're gonna have all kinds of entertaining that's gonna happen today.
Yes, absolutely. That is for sure.
And who else we got, Gina?
Our final guest today, joining us from the multiverse behind her. I'm not entirely sure. We're going to let Lauren tell us a little bit about herself. She's obviously an attorney. Please, Lauren, tell us like where you're joining us from and a little bit about what you're up to in the world.
Hi, everybody. I have to apologize. Unfortunately, I am between carpool, so I didn't expect this. So if there's some noise in the background. I am originally from Toronto. I am in South Florida. And I am a cross-border lawyer and realtor, and I help people invest across borders, literally all over the world. And right now, I am extraordinarily busy because all the Canadians want out, and they want to come to Florida. And so they are calling, like, honestly, I just had 4 paid consults scheduled since I've been on this Zoom in 11 minutes. So it's insane.
Wow.
So the fun fact about me, I don't know if it's fun, but it's a fact, is that my ex-husband was deported on the way back from our honeymoon. Definitely not a fun fact, but it's a fact all the same. So.
I would say that is a very interesting fact, Lauren.
It's something super unique. I'm sorry about the glasses also. It's something super unique, but really and truly, it's what pushed me into doing immigration law. So I'm grateful in retrospect.
Wow, that is extraordinary. Well, we are so glad to have you here today, Lauren and Gina.
Yeah. Next, everyone, our host, heart-centered, growth-minded. Like, this woman started selling crafts on her front lawn as an 8-year-old child. In her teen years, she grew into somebody that became a 7-figure earner in network marketing space, and that is not easy to do. She truly, truly has an immense heart, gravitational pull out the wazoo. She has lightning fast wit. She is filled with fun, energy all the time. She took her huge talent and became the #1 business broker in the state of Nevada. And today she takes business leaders, professionals into the space of business development and acceleration to make magic happen in their lives and give them more money and more time and definitely more magic for sure. So the one, the only, our host, Bella Verita.
Thank you, Miss Gina Ricci. It is an honor and a privilege to fill the seats of Sean Callaghy here today. So Sean and I usually co-host the show every day together, and he had the audacity to go on a vacation with his children to a ski resort, and so they landed a little late, and so he's not going to be here today. But Sean and I have done over 300 shows, and so I assure you that that today you will definitely leave with the magic. And before we jump into the show, and Gina, why don't you tell everybody a little bit about you as well, and then before we jump into the show, would love to hear from everyone, just like one takeaway you'd like to take away from the show. So Gina, why don't you tell everybody a little bit about you as well?
Well, thank you. Thank you, Stephanie. So I am someone who has been driven to transform her life after a lot of sadness and pain and losing a child many years ago. That loss, that blew my life into a million pieces, caused me to say, God, show me what am I supposed to do with all of this? And that was my belief. Higher power, show me what to do with all of this. And I quickly began to raise money for children with cancer and like helped hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of family over many years. And personal development was my path. So as I grew through that and helped people through my nonprofit organization, I came to find Tony Robbins and leaders like Sean Callaghy through that. And I started to write my book. And I am gratefully one of the coordinators here at the show and at Unblinded, and honored and privileged to be the co-host with Bella Verita here today. So thank you for letting me share stuff.
Thank you, Gina.
Well, wait, Bella, can you share a fun fact about you? What is a fun fact?
Fun fact. So my fun fact, actually, since Sean is heading on a ski trip, I actually learned to ski from Sean. So yes, I learned to ski from a blind man. I also learned to surf from a blind man. That is my fun fact. Yes, Sean Callaghy skis double black diamonds. It's absolutely insane, and it's really entertaining when you want to like throw fits and tell your teacher he's not really that great, and when he can definitely teach you how to ski down black diamonds. So yes, that is my fun fact. And how about you, Gina? What is your fun fact?
Oh, well, my fun fact, I'll have a little Sean Callaghy fun fact as well, which you were part of. And that was having the great privilege of crushing our fears and jumping into a hurricane waters late at night one night with like 60 other people, including you, holding hands, like just letting go of fears. And that was quite fun as I got kicked around, or not kicked around. I got turned around like a washing machine, and yes, we all made it out alive, and we all had an extraordinary story to tell. So that was a lot of fun. That's my fun fact, and I'll never forget it. so Steph, what are we doing here today?
Yes. So what we are doing here today is we are playing with the superpower of influence. And why? Why influence? Because everything happens on the other side of the yes. Our money, our time, our magic happens on the other side of the yes. And so if we're not able to get yeses, we don't have more business, we don't have more clients, we can't grow, we can't scale, and we can't have more magic, because even when Disney reservations for the fireworks show say they are sold out and you can call and get them to find a table for you, that is adding more magic. So we are playing with the superpower of influence. And so we have Mindy and Mick Elaine here today. And so the name of the game is each participant is going to have 3 minutes to go from hello to yes. Now, this is not like Wolf of Wall Street meets Boiler Room. It is just simply maybe for a longer meeting. And then our judges are going to assess and be able to give some feedback on just 30 seconds of feedback on something they did great, and something they could do to improve on. So again, not Boiler Room meets Wolf of Wall Street, just longer meeting, maybe to meet for coffee. So Mindy, Mick Elaine, Gina, who are you going to put in the hot seat first?
I'm going to go with the further away. I saw her first on the show when I came in today. So Mick Elaine is up first.
So Mick Elaine, Gina will be anyone you want her to be. Any meaningful yes that you are seeking the world, just let Gina know who you would like her to be. And then you'll have 3 minutes to go from hello to yes.
Okay. So, do I tell you guys what I want her to be?
Yeah, you'll let her know. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So in my line of work, I mostly work with agents. So I guess I'll just do that. So Mindy, it's wonderful to meet you. And I'm excited to learn a little bit about you. So what do you do for work right now?
So I'm being Mindy. Am I being a real estate agent?
I thought I was doing Mindy. I'm talking to you. I thought Mindy. Dude, I have so many questions for Mindy for real though. Okay, so
but definitely put your, and that's what the show is all about. So definitely put your contact information in the chat, so you definitely can. But yes, would you like Gina to be a realtor?
Oh, I don't know. I don't care what. That's fine. Whatever she is. So Gina, you work at the Unblinded right now?
Yes.
That's fine. Okay, perfect. So Gina, what do you do at Unblinded?
I do a whole bunch of things. I help coordinate Sean Callaghy's schedule. I help do some producing of the show. I get the great fortune of hosting, opening up and introducing everyone on the show, and a whole host of other things that I have the great fortune to be a part of as we grow and scale this incredible company that we have here. So thanks for asking.
Yeah,
and what are you?
That sounds like super purposeful. That's awesome.
Thank you.
So I have a question. I heard that you wrote a book.
Yes.
Is that right?
Yeah.
So I'm curious, with your book, did you write it just to write it, or more for healing, or did you write a book because you would like to spend more time being able to publicize it and have it get into more hands? What's your goal with your book?
Oh, thank you so much for asking that. So my goal, I wrote the book after my 3.5-year-old had passed away from a rare leukemia, or the cure of, I should say. And I knew that in my heart was this story I wanted to tell of a lot of the, sort of rising through the darkness, and the people I've sort of came to know along the way that I ended up helping. And it came to find that my story was touching people that I would talk to and share it with. So I wanted to write the book to just part of my own healing, to be able to use it as a tool in personal development through trauma, to be able to, whoever if there's one person that it helps, then thankful that I am writing it. I'm still finishing it up at this time, but it is, for the folks that I've had read a bunch of it that are writers and such, I've gotten incredible feedback. So I can't wait to be able to share it. So thank you for asking.
That's awesome. So the reason why I was asking is because normally if we're writing a book about something, it's really important to us. And so if you have your job, I understand that the job is important too, but I'm wondering if there was an opportunity where you could free up your schedule by being able to have more income and be able to open up some space so you could work on finishing up that book, publishing it, and getting it into more hands. Is that something you'd be open to at all, learning more about?
Yes, I'd definitely be open to learning more about that. I mean, I love my work, and I would love to hear how I might add something else in that is going to advance the ball on my book and all of those things that you said. So thank you.
Perfect. Yes. Great. Right. So I'll just give you my number and we can connect sometime and maybe go to lunch and see if working together could be a good fit to help you reach those higher goals.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. I look forward to it.
Awesome.
Great
I don't know if I did what I was supposed
Elaine.
to do.
That was fantastic. Phenomenal job, Mick Elaine. Phenomenal job. We'll get to the judges in just a moment. Mindy, who would you like Gina to be?
Oh, I need to. So it's Gina, correct?
Yes. So I'm the role player of whatever you might be seeking in the world.
Okay. Oh my God, this is so much fun. All right. I would love Gina to be an executive producer for a Netflix television series.
Ooh, all right, Gina.
Okay, perfect. Is it a quick question? Is it any specific type of series, or like just is there something needing to frame on what kind of a show, or just that I'm a producer of a series?
Yes, the show is The Baker and the Beauty. I hope I'm saying the title right. I'm pretty sure I am. Okay. And it's a comedy, drama, romance, rom-com, super sweet. It has to do with a Latin family, and it's about a baker. This family, the kid falls in love with a superstar.
Okay. So here we go. So you're calling me.
Okay. So, hi Gina, how are you today?
Hi, I'm doing great, thank you. And who's this, please?
This is Mindy Acevedo. I am the actor that sent you the email last week. So I'm calling to follow up and to see that you received the email I sent.
Oh, hi, Mindy. Thank you for the email. I think I did see it come through. Yes, I have to, I'm not sure I read it fully yet, but I did see it come through.
It's okay. That's why I'm actually calling you, just to meet you really quick. I'm sure you're super, super busy. I won't take a lot of your time, but in the email, I just gave you, I sent you my headshot, my actor's reel, and I just wanted to tell you a little bit about myself because I'm very interested in participating or being a part of Baker and the Beauty. I saw the series on TV and I just fell in love with it.
Okay. Well, I have about 2 more minutes. Can you tell me a little bit more about why and, about yourself in that time?
Sure, absolutely. So I've been acting for several years. I am also a television producer with over 25 years of experience. Been a producer, director, manager, etc. As an actor, I've done several short movies as a lead. I've done print jobs, and I know that I will not let you down if you hire me for a supporting role in the show. I am super professional. Very unique because I've been in front of the camera and behind the camera, so I know what it takes to do a job and do it right and do it professional. I'm also a creative person, so I love to collaborate and brainstorm with the team.
Okay. Okay. Well, thank you for that information. I'm not sure if we have the need right now. Was it something that did you read about a position or a role we were looking for?
Yes, actually, my agency here gave me your name. I believe you spoke to her. Her name is Cindy Chisholm, and she told me to get in contact with you. And I just need your email so I can and your phone number so I can go to the casting that's next week. I would love to show you what I have, and I know that you will not be let down by my performance.
Okay, yes. So you have a yes for me, and I will make sure, that if you would send another email, including my assistant, and we'll make sure you get the information. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Have a great day, and thank you for your time.
You got it.
Great job, Mindy. Your enthusiasm, your heart comes through. Phenomenal job. And so we will move to the judges. And judges, this is 30 seconds of feedback. Something that Mindy and McElwain did great, something they might do to improve on. And then a score from 1 to 10. 1 being like you'd rather go to the dentist and get a root canal than have a longer conversation. 5, you might let them buy you a cup of coffee. And 10, you would pay millions of dollars to spend all day having a 10-course meal with this person because you couldn't wait to have more conversation. So Gina, which way should we go with the judges?
Let's go Lauren Cohen. I know she's got a short time frame. So Lauren, you are first. Please share with us your feedback.
Well, I'll tell you.
And your feedback for who? Who's she going to start with? Gina?
Oh, I'm so sorry. So please, Lauren, give your feedback for McElwain and a score. Thanks, Steph.
So first of all, it's not my first time here, and I was really impressed by both of these ladies and their energy. I mean, the last time there were 3 participants, and one of them, their energy level was down, and it just made a huge difference. So you guys are rock stars, and 7 kids. I mean, I deal with that a lot here in Boca Raton. So I only have 1, and it's challenging. So congratulations. So I thought you did really well. I thought you really were engaging Gina and making it about her, which is really important, especially as a realtor. So kudos to you. I think I would give you, I can't really think of anything negative, honestly. So I think I would give you a 9.5, just because, if you have a 10, you don't have anywhere to go, right? So
thank you.
Beautiful feedback. And then for Mindy?
Lauren, or feedback for Mindy?
Sorry, I didn't realize you wanted me to do one after the other. Okay, so for Mindy, first of all, I love what you do, Mindy. That's very cool, and love learning about that a little bit. And I loved how you kind of move the pendulum along a little bit and had Gina very engaged and very intrigued by what you were doing. And it kind of seemed like, again, you made it about her, and yet it was about you at the same time. So I would give you probably a 9.
Beautiful.
Awesome.
And Gina, where are we going?
All right. Thank you, Lauren. Let's go. Kevin Clark next. Kevin, what feedback do you have? Let's go the opposite. Let's for Mindy first and then McElwain.
Okay. Well, Mindy first, you want. Oh, so Mindy, I thought Mindy could have done a better job in asking more questions about you. It's not all about her and her stuff. And did you get my email? This is what I did. And I have a great, we can get to that later. I want to know about you first. And that's what Micheline did. And Micheline, of course, did that because she has an edge because she's in sales and she's been very trained well to ask those kind of questions. I know Primerica very well. That's why I'm mentioning that. But so for Mindy, if I was going to give her a number, I'm going to give her a 7.
All right.
Kevin's
tough.
inner
I'm sorry. I'm tough.
Simon Cowell is coming out.
I'm tough. I'm sorry. It is. You got your New Jersey Simon Cowell here.
There you go, New Jersey Simon Cowell. All right, and for Mindy.
Then Micheline.
Yeah, for Micheline, like I mentioned, she's terrific job. She got into you and wants to know more about you, and that brought you out, and you were much more than acceptable to maybe an appointment or coffee or something. And that made a complete difference. But Micheline has the edge because she's so trained in that. That's her whole world, basically, is how to do that. And that's a real talent. And once you hone that skill, it works with every business.
And your score for Micheline?
9.5.
Ooh.
Wow, very nice. Awesome. Thank you. And Steph, Lauren, I just said she has to jump. So do you want to get any, maybe hear about your how you felt about the show before you have
I thought you didn't need to leave till 1:45.
But you know what? If you don't need me, I'm getting worried that it's going to be waiting outside, my kid. I'm just getting a little stressed. So if you need me, I'll stay. But I'm getting worried because it's pouring rain here. That's why.
Gotcha. And you said you'd been here before, right? And did we get Steve's feedback, Gina?
We're gonna get Steve's now. I just wanted you to know I got I wanted you to know Lauren had to go. She had to go. So we're coming to Steve next, but up to you, Steph.
Okay, got it. Okay, so Lauren, how was your time on the Real Raw today?
I like I said, these ladies really rocked it. I was very impressed by both of them, and I like their energy. I like the energy of everybody here. I love being a judge on this show. It's fun. So, Micheline, you should probably reach out to me. I'll put my info in the chat. Actually, you both should, but I'll put my info in the chat so that we can connect after. Okay?
Beautiful. Thank you for being here, Lauren. Thank you for joining us again.
Thank you.
And we'll see you again in the future. And then, Steve.
Sure.
Okay, I guess I'm supposed to critique Micheline first. Micheline had great enthusiasm. I guess she's in sales and everything like this. I'm not exactly sure what she sells because I don't know. I guess I wasn't listening that closely. Maybe maybe you should sharpen your presentation a little bit more and maybe give us some byline lasting whatever impressions, whatever. But I would still rate her about an 8.5, I'd say. Mindy, I'll probably pay more attention to because I've had a past history of working in theater, and so that kind of piqued my interest as well. I think that's what you kind of need when you work in theater because it's so television or whatever. She wants to do movies because there's such great competition with that type of feel that her lasting impression upon me was probably based upon my past experience. I'm able to hear it and identify it more. And again, probably say her a 9.5, much of it due to my background because of her enthusiasm.
Very nice. Great feedback, Steve. And so what should we do now, Gina?
Well, I was thinking, Bella Verita, what do you say to you being in the hot seat next? And we have some fun with the folks that are here.
I knew that might happen. So let's go with Gina. How about you pick a number between 1 and 4?
You got it. I've got it. Got the number.
Okay, what's your number?
Oh, am I telling it?
Yes.
Okay. 3.
3. So Mindy, because I don't know what order your video's on, but I think they're all in different orders. So Mindy, that was the number. So you can choose whether you want to put me on the hot seat and create a scenario that I would go from hello to yes in, or you can pass it to one of your friends here.
I'll do it.
Okay.
So I would put you on the hot seat.
Yeah, so I would be going from hello to yes.
Okay, and then I have to tell you, give you an idea of what you want to achieve?
Yeah, give me the scenario.
Okay, what about, can it be the same scenario I did?
Absolutely.
Okay, so that.
So you do you want to be the Netflix producer, and we are offering a show that is, tell me what the show is about again.
Okay, so the television series is called The Baker and the Beauty.
Okay.
It's on Netflix. I believe it was just one season. It's about a Latin family, and one of the sons falls in love with a supermodel. I said superstar, but it's a supermodel.
And so what's the yes we're seeking? Is it for them to extend the show, or what's the yes?
No,
we're seeking?
I'm an actor, and I will love a supporting role, or just to be on the show as a guest actor, I guess.
Okay.
With a speaking role.
With a speaking role. Okay, got it.
I didn't say before. So yeah. So I would love to.
And how do you pronounce your name, Mindy?
Mindy Acevedo.
Acevedo. Okay.
Oh, Acevedo.
Acevedo. Okay. Ring ring.
Hello.
Hello. Is this Mindy?
Yes. Who is
Mindy?
this?
Mindy Acevedo?
Yes.
Hi, Mindy. My name is Bella Verita, and you have not heard of me yet. And this isn't just a random call, but I'm calling because you have a show on Netflix called Baker and the Beauty. Is that correct?
Yes.
Fantastic. So, Mindy, can I ask you a few questions about the show? How long has the show been in air?
It's been on the air a few years now.
A few years. Wow. Fantastic. What was your mission when you first put this show on air?
Well, our mission is to obviously entertain our audience, but also giving them a little bit a taste of what the Latin culture looks like.
So I hear, the taste of the Latin culture. So I'm hearing that is important. And I know, with so many inclusion and diversity issues coming to rise, I can imagine how important that has been. Did you ever imagine the show would get as big as it is?
And actually, no, but obviously the hope is always there when you produce something new. You want it to succeed because it's work for everyone.
Yeah. And so Mindy, what is the next step for the show? Where would you like to see the show go from here?
Well, our next step is to continue to sell more seasons, obviously, to Netflix. We already shot season 2 and 3, and it's in post-production now, but we hit a couple of bumps with the pandemic. So
definitely.
We're standing by.
And thank you, Mindy, for your time. And what do you think, Netflix, as you're the producer of the show, what do you think Netflix is looking for to continue that production of the show? What do you think maybe one challenge that they're having, or one area that they might be looking for, so that they can continue to take that production to the next level?
Well, Netflix is constantly looking for quality production. And that's something that we strive and we're very proud of maintaining.
Got it.
And storyline, obviously, good content that can grasp the audience.
So storyline, content, and grabbing the audience. Is that right?
Yes.
So Mindy, is it okay if I just tell you a little bit about myself real quick?
Sure.
Yeah. So
I have a meeting coming up, so I don't have a lot of time.
Okay, just 1 minute, and if it's not worth any more of your time, we can hang up here today, and maybe we can schedule a longer conversation. But Mindy, my name is Bella, and I am an actor in this space. I am Latina, and I have been acting for several years. Many of the shows that I have been on their ratings have increased. We've done things in the space of inclusion and diversity. And I hear that taking the show to the next level is really about that storyline. And I have had, if you look at my resume, you can see that when productions have brought me on, their storyline has shifted in such impactful ways that it has increased viewership. And I'm just wondering if you would be interested in having a longer conversation to see what value I might be able to add to your show.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, great. Can I call you tomorrow at 1 o'clock?
Yes. Well, let me check.
Okay, fantastic.
Yes, I have 1 to 1:30.
Beautiful, beautiful, awesome. Mindy, out of role, how was that for you?
Oh, that was great. Great. The only thing is, in the real world, like realistically speaking, these executive producers, because I've been there, they don't have a lot of time. So if you actually get them on the phone, they're very quick. They're, one-liners, answer. So yes, and they're on their phone. There's people in the office. It's very, very fast pace. So I wouldn't see myself asking them questions. That's why I didn't ask questions before, because they don't have time for that. If they do answer the phone, is for you to tell them.
Yeah, so I would suggest, Mindy, actually, so, there's a formula that Sean teaches, and the team is going to put in the chat a guide for that formula. And to seek the yeses, and Sean teaches this all the time, it is truly about asking the questions, building the emotional rapport, and then asking questions so that you know what the value is to them. And that is something that and even like the name, that's something that Sean taught me, where he says, Bella Verita, because then that piques curiosity and opens that listening and understanding what people's, missions are, for the show, and he will always say, can I have a minute of your time? I think I could, if someone's like super, super short, he will say, can I have 1 minute of your time? I promise if at the end of 60 seconds, it's not a valuable conversation, we can end the conversation there. Is that fair? So then you've bought yourself 60 seconds. And then once you start asking me, like, what's your, I want to talk to you about, the show, what's the mission for the show? People always want to talk. They're going to want to continue the conversation. And then you say, support your mission. It's okay if I, share a little bit about me. So, and he will always say, like, for people that are like super short, super busy, like, he'll match that with, listen, if you can give me, 1 minute to talk about XYZ, if it's not worth a minute, if it's not worth more of your time, we can end the conversation there. People will usually say yes.
Okay, that's great.
Yeah.
That is called
Mick-Elaine,
integrous influence for sure.
Yes. Mick-Elaine, how was that for you?
I thought it was really easy to pay attention. Like, I totally agree with you. On the first one, when Mindy was just sharing of herself, it was hard to pay attention to the details. But if I could hear her tell me why she would be good for this particular show for our gain, then I would have been able to listen better.
Fantastic. And Mick-Elaine, how was your time today on The Real Raw?
It was fun. I think this is something that would normally make me like super uncomfortable. So that's why when he called, I was like, well, one of my goals for 22 is to be able to get better at building relationships, and so this was a good way to do it. And I really enjoyed, sincerely, just each of your personalities. Like when Lauren was saying, everybody here has really great energy. Like just when you guys were talking and introducing yourselves, I feel like you're sincerely good people and nice people, not just people trying to sell or close or something. So it was really positive.
Fantastic. Well, thank you so much for being here, Mick-Elaine. And Kevin, how was that for you?
Okay, there it is. Yes, yeah, it's fine. It's really interesting to see different personalities to work in different parts of the country. It's really interesting.
And thank you so much. And Kevin, how was your time today on The Real Raw?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you. Say it again.
How was your time today on The Real Raw?
Yeah, just what I said. Fine. Yeah, great. Yeah.
Fantastic.
Very interesting.
Yes, thank you so much for being here. And Steve, how was that for you?
Good, very interesting. Time well spent. I have no further comment, but it was good. Thank you.
And how was your time today on the Real Raw?
Good.
Awesome.
Good, it's fine.
And Mindy, how about you? How was your time on the Real Raw today?
It was good. It was fun. Very helpful tips. So I will take that. I appreciate everyone's feedback. I didn't know what to expect. And I believe I got a little bit nervous. But all the feedback is great. I mean, I will try to implement that to see how it works.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully if our team is not taking a nap, they are dropping a link in the chat for you right now. There it is.
There it is.
So definitely download that guide. That is a guide that Sean put together because there are 4 steps, 4 energies, and 12 indispensable elements from going from hello to yes. And when we can master those, we can have more time, money, and magic in the world. You know, I had the honor and privilege to be in the room, whether you like him or not, Tony Robbins, when Tony Robbins said that there is no one who leads with more heart and more integrity than Sean Callaghan. And if you don't know what he's up to, you need to. And that's because there is a formula for your money, time, and magic. So thank you all for being here. And Gina, final.
The final is thank you so much, Bella, for sharing that. And the formula, you know, it's a rise, an opportunity to rise in our influence skills. And like I think Nicolene said it, or maybe it was Lauren who left, there's always room for growth. And with this formula, we can have even more money, time, and magic than we want. And so, you know, thank you all for being here today. We deeply appreciate you and enjoy the gift.
Yes,
Thank you.
enjoy the gift. Thank you all for being
you.
here. And Gina, we are all blind.
Just learning to see.
Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone.